Crazy Karen from the HOA is asphalting my property. Before we dive in, drop a comment below and let me know, which city are you watching from? I'd love to see where everyone is tuning in from. Once, every morning, I woke up with the simple hope of starting my day in the comforting sanctuary of my own home. Little did I know that one day my property would become the arena for a real showdown. Not a physical fight, but a battle of wills and paperwork. This is the story of how Karen from the HOA decided she could do whatever she pleased, even if it meant blatantly violating my property rights. It all began on an ordinary morning. As I stepped into my yard, I was shocked to see that approximately 10-12 feet of my meticulously maintained property had been completely covered with fresh asphalt. That strip of asphalt stretched right over the very area where I had always dreamed of having a lush green lawn and a small garden for relaxation. Soon enough, I discovered that this unsightly, unauthorized paving was the handiwork of Karen, the self-appointed enforcer of the neighborhood rules, who claimed she had the authority to change property boundaries simply because the HOA approved it. I approached her and firmly said, "This is my land. Remove the asphalt immediately." Karen merely smiled smugly and replied, "It's already done. Get used to it. HOA management approved it." Her words rang out coldly, and I felt my patience melting away like ice under a scorching sun. Over the following months, the situation turned into a real nightmare. Every day I watched as yet another portion of my property was silently taken over by asphalt, and my land gradually transformed into something completely different from what I had imagined. The mounting stress, tension, and sense of helplessness grew with each passing day. Finally, I realized that I could tolerate it no longer. While Karen was away on vacation, I took decisive action. I hired professional surveyors to precisely determine the boundaries of my property, and their measurements unequivocally confirmed that the asphalt was indeed on my land. Armed with the necessary documents, I knew it was time to respond to her baseless audacity. I made a firm decision to erect a tall, imposing fence right through that strip of asphalt. By doing so, Karen would be left with only a narrow band of asphalt that she could no longer use for her purposes. This fence became not only a physical barrier, but also a powerful symbol that everyone must respect legal boundaries. When Karen returned from her vacation, her reaction was exactly as I had expected. She was furious, her face contorted with anger, while I, despite my inner turmoil, remained calm. In the days that followed, I further solidified my position by having the area professionally landscaped, sending Karen a detailed invoice for all the expenses incurred, and even placing a lien on her property. In the end, she had no choice but to pay every single cent. This entire experience taught me a powerful lesson about standing up for one's rights. It showed me that when someone tries to overstep established boundaries, the best defense is a combination of legal knowledge, proper documentation, and decisive action. Ultimately, justice prevailed, not through confrontation or aggression, but through calm, calculated measures that restored both my property and my peace of mind.